Hi everyone, I'm George and today I'm at Aquarium Gardens. It's Saturday morning. I've just popped in to speak with a client, but I thought I'd just show you quickly all the display tanks, how they're looking right now. They're all looking pretty sweet. And we're going to feed the fish some live food, which is really exciting, so I'll get some nice video footage of that for you. This is the first tank that you kind of see as you walk straight in. This is a clear sill Highline 600, so 60 centimetres or 24 inches by 18 inches by 18 inches, holds about 120 litres, which is about 30 US gallons. This has been running for over 2 years now, so it's super mature. I've been maintaining it every week for the last year or so, and it's gradually evolved. We've taken plants out, we've put new plants in. It's a bit of an experimental tank just to see what kind of works, what plant species will grow in here. And experimenting with different kind of foreground layouts. So see if you've got some Adenylate Rio Zingu gravel in the front there, which looks kind of cool. Some lovely Pagostum Hellferry, which is looking super healthy. Some spiky moss. Windelov fern there, Java fern or Windelov or Microsorum Windelov, named after the founder of Tropica. We've got some Pagostum stellata there. Bulbitis, which has been hacked right back and it's grown back with earnest. Loads of Cryptocorini species, some Blixia japonica, some hairgrass, some Liliopsis, some more crypts. It's just a real kind of mishmash of plants. No real kind of themes to the layout. It's just really a collection of plants and kind of aquascapes in a kind of rough and ready fashion, but we really like it. The lighting is a Ecotech Radion XR15FW, quite a high-end unit. Not really a big fan of the aesthetics in terms of the light itself. I think it looks a bit kind of cumbersome and kind of right angular, not really my kind of taste in terms of design, but it's a very good light, it's very powerful and can easily light up this whole tank. In fact, I think we have it on about 50% power because it is so bright. Let's move on to a couple of dry scapes. So one of the things we offer here at Aquarium Gardens, or Dave, the owner, offers is ready hardscaped layout, so the customer can potentially walk out with one of these all ready to go. So Dave's done these lovely layouts here. So you can buy the hardscape as it is with a tank. It's small enough just to carry in your car, pack it out with some bubble wrap, away you go. Let's move over to one of my favourite scapes in here. This is over 18 months old now, so this is mature, classic nature aquarium style, Aquascape of 600 by Evolution Aqua. Got the Twin Star 600E LED on there, and yeah, classic kind of low maintenance layout. This is open foreground, as you can see. And we can replace this no problem. Every kind of month or so we can replace the foreground with fresh, clean white gravel because it does tend to pick up algae, etc. Loads of Anubias there. It's got Anubias petite, some Bucophilandras, some Cryptocorini there in the bottom, some more spiky moss. We've got the classic kind of Java fern there. I think this is the petite version. And we've got some Trident fern there, Microsorum Trident. More Bucophilandra, more crypts. The crypts are going absolutely bananas in here. Look at that. Side-on view. We've got some sort of random stem plants in the back. I think that's Hygrophila saccifolia, and then we've got some more Pagostum stellata in the background. So yeah, I love this scape. It's just really easy to look after. We've removed so much plants from it over the last year or so, but it's just really pleasant to look at. Livestock-wise, we've got a massive breeding colony of cherry shrimp. There are actually some celestial pearl dalnios and some cherry barbs in there, but they kind of like to hang out around in the shaded areas amongst the plants. Let's move over to the Aquascape 900 now. This is probably one of the most popular aquascapes in the store. This was Aquascape by Dave about 6 months ago, and this is running the Twin Star 600S. Really good light, really good light. A bit more powerful than the E series, and it gives more of a purpley kind of colour rendition. And the kind of focal point plants there, we've got the Microsorum Trident again. This is looking super lush, super healthy. We've got some Taiwan moss as well, which is growing really well. That needs thinning out quite frequently because it does grow quite rampantly in this setup. Bucophilandra is in the foreground there. Some Anubias, some more moss, open foreground again. I've got some hairgrass in the background. It's going a little bit brown, not sure why that is. Either a lighting deficiency or CO2 deficiency, I'm guessing. And the Cardinal Tetras looking really nice, comfortable, nice and fat. really healthy. What else can I tell you? We've got the Twin Star Nano there, which is said to be an algae inhibitor, but it definitely does increase oxygen levels, which is a benefit in any aquarium system. And then we've got the really popular Aquario or Aquario Neo Diffuser just behind the Twin Star there, which produces a very fine mist and it's really easy to clean. So we've got Riverwood as well, and I think the Foreground gravel is Unipack Fiji or something certainly very similar. Moving over here, this is an interesting tank. This is another Aquascape of 600. This was Aquascape by the legendary Jeff Senske from Aquarium Design Group based in Houston, Texas. Regular watchers to my channel might know who he is. Very talented aquascaper, as you can see, and he's done a classic kind of minimal even Iwagumi layout. And actually, just a bit of a heads up for you guys, which will make an interesting video potentially next week, is that we're going to add, going to completely redo the layout in terms of planting. So I'm not going to spoil the surprise. The rocks will remain there, but everything else is going to change. So that's something to look forward to. This is a cool little thing here. This isn't kind of for sale, although you could quite easily set one of these up yourself. This is just like a Wabi Kuza. Just a glass jar with some hydrocotyle verticillata, a desk lamp, and that's pretty much it, tap water, and that just grows really nicely. This is a Adenylate Escapist tank. This is the 35 litre version. Another classic Iwagumi, I think using Galapagos rock, which is like a black kind of lava rock. Really popular, very kind of good value because it's quite a light rock. You tend to get a lot for your money because you pay per kilo or per pound. So you can potentially set up quite a big Iwagumi with this without spending too much cash. Filtration wise, we're only running the Eheim 350T surface skimmer there. That's all we need. Bioload is very low. We've only got a small kind of colony of cherry shrimp in here, so presents very minimum bioload on the Aquascape. And CO2 wise, we've got a pressurised system, again running the smallest version of the Aquario Neo Diffuser, and then there's just a small 25 watt heater in there. Lighting is the AQUAL Sunny LED lamps. These are only 6 watts each, but as you can see, it's growing a very nice carpet of the Hemianthus cuba there, and the Echinodorus tenulis, which is the original version, which tends to have like a bit of a reddy tinge to it. This is supplied by Aquaflora. My personal favourite aquascape in the whole store is the Aquascape of 1500. I set this up about 5 months ago. It was part of a workshop. We had a load of people getting involved with it. It was really good fun, a really good day. Really kind of relaxed and like a community vibe to the store. It was really, really nice. As you can see, it's growing in lovely. Wood is like a kind of generic kind of bogwood, but we've got like 2 or 3 huge pieces in here. It's actually constantly kind of staining the water. You might be able to see a slight staining of the water right now. So we address that with basically big water changes. We tend to do 1 or 2 large water changes every week on this setup. Plant wise, we've got again our favourite by the sounds of it. We've got lots of this in the store. We've got the Trident Fern. Loads of crypts. There's probably about 8 or 10 different varieties of Cryptocorini. Foreground plants, we've got Marcellea crenata, some more crypts. Bucophalandra, loads of different species of Bucophalandra there attached to the wood, which looks really cool. Quite low maintenance. And I've just walked on a ruler. What else can I tell you? Stem plant in the background is Pogostemon stellata. These are good trim. We're actually considering removing this and going for something lower maintenance. And in the background here, we've got an Aponogeton species. I can't remember the species name. Maybe you guys might know. Let me know in the comments if you can identify this Aponogeton. Aponogeton is actually one of the few plants I haven't really grown. I don't think I've ever actually. I think I've grown it in one aquascape in my entire kind of career. So. Yeah, maybe that's a plant I should look more into doing. Okay, so Florence, I think, is ready to feed our fish, as promised, with some live bloodworm, all wriggling about. So this is regarded as a real treat for the fish. It's live food, not particularly high in nutrition, but the fish will absolutely go mad for it. And yeah, as I say, it's a little treat. So Florence is just going to pour that in. And then the fish, as you can see, absolutely love it. So live foods are really good as a little treat. If you want to sort of promote kind of breeding behaviour, etc., you can condition them with live foods. I tend not to feed live foods very often. I'm a great believer in very high quality dry foods. I believe that these days, especially with the new kind of techniques of preparing dry foods and the ingredients they're using, you can get really super high nutrient levels with relatively low sort of waste. So very efficient way of feeding your fish. So a few of the bloodworm have fallen down to the bottom, as you can see. Be interesting to see if the shrimp eat them. But if not, the fish will certainly get down there. We've got some Siamese algae eaters which will probably eat it even though they're algae eaters. We've got a Nano shrimp which will definitely eat them because they're absolutely ravenous all the time. So yeah, the system itself, it's just a really lovely system. The Aquascape of 1500. We've got two pendant versions of the Twin Star 600 SP. That's hanging on the Evolution Aqua lighting hanging kit. Really nice bit of kit. The cabinet, very, very popular finish. This is the raw concrete grey cabinet, which is a really classy kind of modern design. And then for those that are interested more in cabinets, we do have the whole range of cabinets here, 16 altogether, to suit pretty much any kind of living space. My favourite is the matte finish, and you can see the difference between the matte and the gloss. You see the reflection there of the gloss versus the matte. It's completely, and as a photographer and as someone that doesn't like to see finger marks on the cabinet, I definitely prefer going for the super matte finish. So this is an interesting scape. This was done by Yuri's, my very good German friends. Regular viewers to my channel will know all about Yuri's, German professional aquascaper. He came over a few months ago. I hosted him and he did a small workshop here, which we live streamed. The video is available to watch on my channel. So check that out if you want to see the whole kind of creation process of this aquascape. But it's a classic diorama. It was inspired by Dave Chow's layout, a very similar kind of layout, but a bigger version. I gave it a really big trim yesterday, so it is kind of in recovery mode. But again, I think it's stunning. I really like it. I'm not normally a big fan of dioramas, but I really do like this layout. And again, this just holds some shrimp and some snails. No fish in there right now. Okay, moving over to this is the Tmc Signature 600. So again, this is 60 centimeters long, or 24 inches by 18 inches front to back by 12 inches high. And Dave is going to rescape this soon. It's gone a bit wild. It's gone a bit chaotic. It's lost its kind of structure. And so I think it's high time for Dave to do a rescape. So you can look forward to a full video on that coming soon. I'm not going to spoil the surprise, but it's going to be something very different that you've not seen anything like in the store. This is the Triptych. This is 3 Aquascape of 300 cubes, all kind of aquascaped together to make it look kind of like one long aquascape. Although it is a little bit of a design flaw because these are designed to house the shrimp which we actually sell in the store. So every time a customer wants some shrimp, we basically have to destroy the aquascapes to catch them. But you can see it's just moss grown in there. There's some ferns, just really easy, low light tolerant plants. Nothing too special. Okay guys, that wraps it up for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out Aquarium Gardens. They've got their own YouTube channel. Let me know in the comments what's your favourite scape. Let me know the time code and I can tell. You know what I'm going to say next? Keep on scaping. Take care guys. Cheerio.